All right, so this is the rifle that I had ended up building out like myself, like pretty much from the ground up, all the way from the trigger, which is a CMG trigger kit. That thing that you were asking me about the safety. Here it is right here. Now this is an upgraded safety. See if you can see it. So you can see it right here. Let me pop it up. All right, so it pops up, pops down, pops up, but it's at like a 45-degree angle. Now, any other standard trigger, you know, it just pretty much go like straight vertical in the air. But since I built this rifle entirely, I kind of built it with my own trigger kit that I wanted. So I was like, well, I'm gonna get a funky little safety. So I'm trying to see if you can see. It kind of got a little extra real estate right there. So when you popping it up, I mean, it just goes like super easy. And then it's like a big catch right here to let you know that it's down. And it's a smaller like catch in the back, and it has a little grooves back in it. So popping it up is real easy, but even putting it back on safe is like really, really easy and noticeable because that paddle is just so much wider than down here. Let me see if I can drop it. So you can kind of see the paddle a little bit right there. So yeah, that's how you drop it. This is a Shield Arms AR-15, and I bought it pretty much with a strip lower. The reason I actually got it, oh, and this is how I keep my sling retained. So I know I was saying something to you about my whole sling thing. As you can see, like you could pull like this and it gives it more slack. And if you pull it like that, it brings it up more. So when I got it stowed, I want to have it to where the sling, I can pretty much like pull it straight out. So I keep my little Ranger band right here. And if I need to get to it, you know, you just pull it right out and then the whole sling's out. And then if I need to get more attention and like get under it, then I could just do that and get under it. And there you go. Now I got all that room to play with. And then when it's being stowed, like I said, I'll just cinch it all the way back up. Let's see if I can do this right here. One-handed. I'll cinch it all the way back up as far up as I can on it. And then I'll just pretty much like just loop the little extra piece back here around and like just kind of like make a little fold. And with that fold, I'll just tuck it right in between the Ranger band. But what made me really want to get this rifle was pretty much like the folding stock on it. Is, well, I say folded but collapsible. So you can just close it up like that. Super smaller package, but it's not like it doesn't turn it into like a pistol without a, you know, something that you can shoot without a buffer tube and spring or anything like that. So just because it's collapsed down, you can't shoot it. It won't fire because you don't have a buffer tube or anything for the any type of operation to happen. And the upper is a BCM upper. This was the M-Lock, just like the rails that you was telling me you had on your Radical Defense. So it's same style of rail, I think. I ain't sure, I can't remember what yours looked like all the way. And this bottom is Sig Sawyer. I had this on a Sig rifle that I used to have. So it's made by Sig, but I really didn't even, I didn't care for it as much because it was like a two-part kind of piece thing. So once I start to see the hand stop and just use it right at the front, I just use it. So when I'm gripping it, you know, you pretty much, I know like my knuckle is like right there on it. So I know I'm not going like any farther out with it because I shoot C-clamp. So I shoot like in an angle where I'm like wrapping my hand around. So it keeps to make sure that my hand's not going too far. What's it got? A Daniel Defense irons front sights. But on the rears, I don't have any rears. I just have my, this is my Holosun, red dot. I forget the number is the HS403 or something like that, red. Surefire, same, just like the one I was showing you on that one that I'm gonna try to get to you, pressure pad, and then you got your audible on, your audible off, and then even with the audible on, audible off, and then, like I said, pressure pad on, pressure pad off. This is a BCM, yeah, a BCM bird cage. Well, sorry, not bird cage, well, it's bird cage, but flash hider, BCM flash hider mod 0, I think. And then Surefire, what is it, M600? Yeah, Surefire M600, weapon light. The sling swivels that is pretty much like your sling collapses. Well, it goes and marries in from the male end to the female end. That's a BCM too. I just wanted to keep it all kind of like BCM at the same time for the upper stuff. And that's really about it. Charging handle is I was trying to see if I could show you the charging handle, but I don't think. Oh, it do show it. So it's a BCM charging handle. BCM, like I said, upper BCM bolt carrier, as you can see right there. I'm a big BCM fan, so I like to put a lot of BCM gear on my stuff. B5 systems, hand grip. The takedown pins are from, I forget who these the takedown pins are right here are from Geisley. So both of these are Geisley takedown pins, and the trigger kit comes with a, it's like it screws in basically. So it's like an anti-walking pin system. So you have to actually like torque it in so that way it doesn't just kind of pop out sometimes like some other pins when you kind of like over lube them or something, you shoot them, you get a lot of movement, and then over time it just start to kind of like slide out. So that stops that from happening. So it's like a little anti-walk thing. The mag release right here, that's Geisley too. Yeah, it's a Geisley mag release. And that's pretty much about it. The Sling is from T-Rex Arms. I rock with T-Rex Arms a lot. So Sling, multicam black. It ain't no real camouflage kind of thing in real time, but that's what it is. Then I got on there Ranger bands, and this stock is Magpul. Yeah, it's Magpul stock. And I just kind of went with, I like the slimmer look. I had a B5 system stock, which is a whole lot more beefier. I forget which model, but it was like the bigger BCM model that you could put the batteries inside of the stock on both sides, like the tubes. Like that stock was huge, but it was so much rubber, it just always would get like caught like right up in here all the time and move my t-shirt around. So I was like, nah, I ain't going with that one. So I got rid of that one. And that's pretty much about it. Like that's this whole rifle right here. So if you had any questions, you know, just let me know. Ranger bands on the front too. This surefire pressure pad is made to collapse onto a quad rail or Picatinny rail. I'm sorry. It's made to connect to a pick rail, so you don't have to like screw it or nothing. It's like a hard rubber, but it's made to like just collapse like right onto it when you push down on it. But I still keep the Ranger bands that I got to one for the cordage to kind of like keep the cords from getting snagged, but also just kind of like extra retention, because as you can see, like this Ranger band right here is for the cord, but this Ranger band right here isn't on anything but just the pressure pad. And that's just to, like I said, continue to keep like some pressure on it, because I just hate for it to kind of like pop off, move around or something like that, or lose its like connection to the pick rail. And let me see, does this one have it? Okay, so I was telling you about on yours, if you get something that you have to have a mount, you can get you like a little small pick rail piece like this, because as you can see, all of this is M-lock all the way around, but Picatinny rail on the top. So this light can only go on a pick rail for the way that it's the mounting system that it's on it. It, you know, tightens down onto a pick rail. So since I don't have a pick rail on the side like one of my other rifles, I improvise, which is why I said they make those little smaller pick rail pieces, and you could just kind of like just put it right on there and M-lock, torque it down, and then now you got a small pick rail. And that's most of the time, that's what a lot of people do for their lights, because lights just hold better on pick rails than they do on M-locks. So yeah, that's it. That's everything. That's the whole rifle. So booyah. And you want to shoot this one, you can always pull up and shoot it whenever. My QD mounts is in the back right here, so I got a QD mount right here, and then I got a QD mount right here. But on my other rifle, the QD mount is right here and right here, or somewhere up in this area. And I could put another one. I could just put like I could just get another one of the BCM locks, and then I could just put one right there, and I'll be good to go. Or across the top. Some people put them on the top with like a side angle offset or whatever. But yeah, that's it. So all right, peace. I'm gonna shoot you another video though for the other rifle too.